So for the trade on jump 50, for this trade, I think I usually close out, but for now, I think I'll be. You see that price has already shifted. It has already shifted because we have this high over here. So we have the indication that price can be bullish above this area, but we don't know yet if it will continue that bullish push to the upside. So we shall let this one hit that stop loss at 2K. I think 2K will be enough, and then let's see how it performs. But overall, I don't really see much. There's nothing I can do about this trade. I just have to let it run. Then the other entry I took on V100 is starting to actually work out. For this one, I'll also be holding a little bit, but also from the H1 perspective, we know that price is likely to have another push down, and yeah, I think I'll add like around 3 positions for this one because we're already down from the past. We're already down, so we shall hold and then see how it goes. But so far you see that we're already in loss of around 1K. It's okay. We shall be holding and waiting for price to do its thing. But in the meantime, this sell on jump 100, it actually took us out by some few pips, and I think we shall be waiting a little bit. But for this one, actually, you can even start stacking in cells up here. But for me, I don't usually add to losing positions, so I don't usually add to losing positions. That's why I won't take any entries. But for clarity, you can start, for people who want sniper entries, you can start stacking in cells just above there. But for our study purposes, we shall be holding these trades. I'm closing a bit here because price is resisting. It's kind of resisting actually at the bottom for now. If you guys can see, we are resisting the bottom a lot, right? We have no indication for buys, that's why I'm selling, but also price is resisting the top a lot. So I don't know if it will continue to the downside or it will continue to the upside. But from the daily perspective, we have a bearish day. So I think we are good with sells, although we don't know until when the price will be in this format. So we shall just have to wait for a bit for this one. Then the other pair which I love the most is gold, but today I won't be trading gold because gold is a bit crampy. Then V91s, I told you guys that when you're trading V91s, you just have to look at the market structure from the daily, and we see that so far price is actually bearish from the daily perspective. Also, we have this area of support which was broken, so under this level price is bullish, and we know that it will be bullish until we reach this area over down here. So given all that, we shall start to look for entries, but I know that the thing with V90, just have to be patient. So for this one, I'll just use 0.9. I'll take my sell here. Stop loss for this one, this will be around 4K in profit. Stop loss will be just around 880, around 1K. Because from the previous price action, we see that whenever price went underneath this level, we had momentum to push all the way up to until here. So I'm just trying to replicate what happened in the past. But so far we're in some big loss of 1K. Let's see how far these trades run and how much money we can make or lose it for the time being, okay? Because it requires patience, a bit of patience, and also it requires a bit of confidence in your trades setups. Because there are some people who are really scared of the market. It's like the market did something wrong to them. No, in my view, the market can never hurt you. It's only you to start doing silly mistakes and you lose money, but the market can never really hurt you in the form that it can cause you pain, right? Because the market will always be moving regardless whether you place money or you don't place money, it will be moving. So okay, so far we have an indication above this area, so price wants to start to buy. We don't know when, but we know that above this area price wants to buy. And so far we see that the previous price action from the H4 is showing us that price is meant to be what, let me first go to the daily time frame. From the daily time frame, price is what? It's bearish. Price already made a lower low in the market, so here it's a bit tricky, but we know that price will eventually come to its senses and it will drop. So I have nothing to fear here. I just have to be patient a bit, and I think I'll be holding these trades and we shall see what we do. For V90, I told you guys that we shall be selling, I don't know, up to here, because we saw that from the H4 perspective, price, whenever it went underneath this area of support, we sold all the way up to here. So I'll be holding until we reach around that area, but for now we shall just call it a waiting season. This is just waiting season, just sitting on my arms doing nothing. So I have this other account which I'm trading. It's a 5k step 1 account from Equity Edge, and you see that so far in some loss, but we shall be holding these trades. We shall be seeing how price moves. But for gold is also selling gold, but currently it's a bit starting to move up. Actually, we are expecting it. Price is actually respecting higher highs and higher lows. Let me first go to the H1. So the H1 made a higher low over here, and price is actually starting to fail to break this lower low. But the reason I got into sales was because from the H1, is it the H1? No, from the M15 perspective, price had formed. If you observe, we have this lower low over here, and then price came and formed a new lower low over here. So I'm expecting that if we're to sell, price has to come and then sell off from all the way from here. My stop loss will be around $31 for this one, and let's see, but I can even reduce it to almost $17 for this one, because if price goes above that area, I don't think I shall have any more reasons to hold my buys, because we have seen already that price above that area is extremely bullish. So at 51.69, I think that will be my setup for gold. Then we have this other trade on S&P 500. I took buys here because price was extremely bullish before. Okay, we have seen that it was bearish, and then we had this break giving us the indication. I went to my H4 to realize the structure, and I've seen that so far price is bullish. So above this area, we saw that price is bullish and we could potentially make a new higher high at around $90 in profit. So the thing with trading is that in most of the cases, what most people don't understand is that trading actually is a reflection of how you face risk in life. Okay, most of the things that you see in trading, they're actually principles that you use when you're dealing with real life situations. Let's say you have been in a how you handle money in real life will always reflect how you take your positions in trading. Okay, if you handle money poorly, even in trading, you won't be able to handle money. You handle positions carelessly, because you'll be looking for the quick buck, the quick fix to your certainty. You want to always have this certain amount in your bank account. For instance, here you see I'm in a loss of almost 18. My loss, my account was at 5k. Now it's at 4,800. So the free margin is decreasing also as well. The margin is almost $800. That's what they're saying. But if I lose, how much? I've already lost. Let me first close some positions. I've already lost how much? Is it for today? No, today I lost 60. Crap. I closed the other position for nothing. I've lost 50. So if I lose $100 today, I think that this is 30. Okay. I'm just limiting my loss so that I cannot reach the daily limit. Okay, so this is 30. And then here we have, what's the stop loss for this one? 41. So I think I shall be reducing my stop loss for most of these positions, because they are really, when I think about these positions, I really don't think, I don't really see much of I really see most of these positions to be, I don't know, it's crazy. They're really crazy positions that I took here. But I was expecting that above this area, price is bullish. From the daily perspective, price is bearish. So I don't really see any reason why I should even be buying USD CAD, GBP USD, sorry, because it's really not something I would normally do on a normal day. Even this USD, I don't think I should buy. The only position which I can leverage on, is highly leverage on, is this one on volatility S&P 500. That's the only position that I can leverage on right now. But the rest, I don't really see much volume. I've lost $70. Yesterday I lost 100. And for most people, this is where they crack. They be like, oh, let me just close everything. Oh, I've lost money. Oh, I've lost. They usually crack up because they're afraid to lose. They're afraid to lose in the markets. They're afraid that their positions will go into losses. And also they're afraid of the fact that the market can simply just be chaotic. So for people who are not afraid of chaotic scenarios, we can always optimize ourselves and gain momentum in the market. First, I've added here 3 positions. Stop loss for them is $24 per position, so it will probably take around some few hours before I hit stop loss. I had some good opportunities. Actually, if you see USD card, I sold and I made $55 from it. And for these other pairs, I've been having like straight losses, and most people would crack up. They would explain themselves. They would form out of trades. They would make all these silly mistakes and end up blowing their accounts anyway. So with me, the way I trade, I usually love to see the market as it is, either buying or selling, and the only way I can make money is if I'm on the right side of the market. So it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. What matters is that I make money at the end of the day. So over here we see that if I'm able to win out of this trade and I make just $42 from each position, or maybe like $43 from each position, this could literally transform the whole account. Because right now, if I hold this trade for like the next couple of hours, we are coming into the New York session, and this when S&P 500 is most volatile. Right now it's just consolidating, but you know that if you're able to hold this trade throughout the whole session, I can make lots of cash, lots of money. So given that I don't really have to optimize my strategy, I don't have to change lots of my entries, because I know that in the long term we shall be profitable. So if you're to observe from the market from the perspective that you're going to be profitable, like in the long run, this shouldn't scare you. Losing money today shouldn't scare you. If you have lost over, I've seen people who have lost over thousands of dollars and they're still trading. They come to the market every day with a fresh mindset. So what I'm trying to talk to you is that in the markets, you don't have to really overcomplicate your charts. You don't have to complicate your lifestyle. For instance, over here, what do you see? Price is actually selling, all right? We see that price is actually buying. What happened? We had this last area of support that we had in the market, which was broken over here. Anything underneath that level is going to sell, as simple as that. Then also we see that over here we have another area of support in the market. Anything under here is going to sell. Why? Because it has happened before, so it can happen again. That's the probability. But it doesn't mean that we have to be right all the time. We see now we're in $5 of profit. If I reach $10 for all the 2 positions, then I shall just be closing out and looking for better entries. As simple as that. I don't have to complicate my charts. Now here, AD card, we are under our zone. I'll just simply sell. As simple as that. I'll put risk 0.7 and then I will sell. TP is going to be down here. Stop loss just above this area, because this is where I see that most of the sellers came into the market at that area. So that's how I trade. Like, I don't have to complicate my charts with all these mysterious drawings and all these fake drawings. I just optimize myself and then I set up myself so that I can optimize on how I leverage my trades and how to make money in the long run. So that said, I don't really have much to say. This is my small account. We shall be trading it maybe up to next week. But now for this trade on V100, I see that so far I'm not really loving the market structure. Market is a bit volatile, but it's not moving. There isn't so much volume as I had expected. So, and we see that price is also moving up and down, up and down. So I can easily just close out most of the entries here. Yeah, but that decision shouldn't just come out of the blue, because I need to replicate the same thing. I don't have to close that out of discomfort, because some people hate being they hate being discomfortable, right? They hate just sitting on their hands. So I don't want to close out trades just simply because I feel like something. No, I want to close out trades when I'm quite sure that holding it will actually just make the whole situation worse for my position. So from my perspective, let's go to this pair over here. So for jump 50, I go to the M15. For jump 50, we know that under the price zone, let's go to the H4 so that I can show you. So from the H4 perspective, I told you guys that underneath this level, price is what? Bearish. This was the last low that we had in the market, and price broke it to the downside. The same thing is happening again, but this time around price is bullish. So we go to the daily time frame and we see that price could potentially have another massive push. So I'll close out like I won't wait for price to hit my stop loss in this one, because I can easily just close out. But on top of that also, I don't really have to close out because I see that the market structure is what? Bearish. So price has to first of all prove me wrong by taking out these strong highs. We have this strong high, we have also this other strong high. So if I put my stop loss, it will be 179 for the first position. Then for this one, it will be like 34k. Yeah, 34k for this position. So I wouldn't just hold blindly. I'll just simply let it run really. But for these other 3 positions, I think I'll just close. I'll close at least 2, and then I'll just let the other ones to run. Then this other trade on volatility 90. From the H1, actually, we're also starting to buy. You had the last low which was made over here, and price is now starting to buy. So for this one also, I go to the M15 to confirm my entries, because I don't want to just enter blindly for buys. I want to see what is price really telling me, or what is the market really trying to tell me. And once I see that there is enough momentum for price to actually start buying, I'll just simply close. Now look at this, price has already now started to form higher highs and higher lows. This is not what I usually want to see when I'm trying to sell. So I'll close out this trade. And if you observe, today we have today we have made over a loss of 2k. Yesterday we made over 4k. Was it 4 or 8k? I think it was. Let me first go to this. Yeah, we have made over 63k, but yesterday we made over I think yesterday we made like 8k yesterday. So for today, I'll just simply close out trades that I don't think will work. It's very optimal that you make yourself aware of the confluences that you have in the market. If the price is not giving you the structure that you want, just move out. Don't like over hesitate. Don't ever explain yourself, because the moment you start over explaining, the market will always take your money. So you have to be sharp. Okay, you have to be sharp. So why did I close out? I'll just explain in a minute. So over here, this was the last low that we had in the market. Okay, this was the last low that we had in the market, and this low was created by this high over here. So price had to come above this area so that we can have that low. But then after some time, price is now starting to make higher highs. It made a higher high, so I don't really trade in such environments. So I'll just leave that one to the T. And then if I don't find any other setup, I'll just simply call it a day for now. I also close this small position. Okay, so yeah, so today we can say that for today probably we had a loss of around 3k, and that's fine with me as long as I've taken my setups and they were good setups. I'm good to go. So I took 1 2 3 4, took 4 setups. So with 4 setups we had our stop loss sheet. We closed out manually. Yeah, and I think we shall try again maybe like tomorrow, but today I don't see any setups on any of these pairs. Even this 75 index, which moves a lot, today I don't see any clear setups on it. And it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Sometimes you get the setup, sometimes you don't. As simple as that. Under here we are selling. So for V75 actually I will start to sell. I put my sell entry there. Stop loss will be above this area. I don't want to see price come above here, so at around 2k. So my stop loss for the day will be around 2k, and yeah, let's see how it goes. As you see, as I've told you, price came underneath this area the first time, it sold. The second time, now I'm expecting another sell. So yeah, we're in profit then loss, but we are used to this. Like, this is all we do every day, right? It's not nothing new. We go in profit, you go in loss, and then some people get excited. Oh, let me close. Oh, I'm in $200 in profit, bro. If you are patient enough, you can make even over 8k on this trade. You can wait for this trade to go all the way down there, right? Or you can just simply cash out when it's here. So you just have to hold your trades a bit longer. You hold the profitable ones a bit longer, and then you remove the losses earlier. Simple as that. That's how you make money. You close out those that don't work, and then you hold those that work, and you hold them to TP. Now look at this setup on V75 index. We see that this was a good sell, and price is really just selling. It's just doing its stuff. Okay, it's just doing its stuff. But as I've told you, I don't really want to trade in such environment because it's a bit too volatile for my stomach. I want something that moves up, consolidates, grabs liquidity, then moves down. I don't want to see this massive sell-off and then I start selling. Nah, that's not how I trade. That's gambling to me. And yeah, take it or leave it. I'll just wait for this trade to pull up, and we shall see what we do. So that we are in 500, and let's see how this price goes.